Open field. First move, computer 1. Draw card. Begin duel. Computer 1, mana charge. Computer 2, draw card.
And this is round 1 of my
Mana
set
charge.
3 fire deck.
Computer
Of course, there is
1,
no pre-constructed
card.
decks for set 3, so we have to make our own.
Computer 2.
This basically follows the same kind of pattern as set 2 and set 1 has for their fire decks, but for the spell cards there is a couple of set 1 cards thrown in because it's not a great diversity with some of the set 3 cards that you need. And that kicks off with a Part Mode Gatekeeper. Adds 1 to its attack if at least one target creature is on a water field. If no creatures are on the board, you add 1 to the summoning cost of an enemy creature summoned 1 or 2 fields in front of them. And out comes Stonewing Veteran. While Stonewing Veteran is on the board, each time your opponent sacrifices a creature to summon another, you gain mana equal to the number of unoccupied fields.
Mana release. Summon.
It's the mighty chicken! Do I need to say about anything about the chicken? It does not even need to look at you to be
Attack.
for you to be terrified of it. I mean, look at it. Not even looking at him. Yeah, eat that. That's what you deserve. Mighty chicken does what it pleases. Of course, the chicken is above things such as blind spots, so it doesn't have one. Haha!
Computer 2.
I love that
Draw
card.
card.
It's so ridiculous.
Mana charge.
But it's brilliant.
Mana release.
They trade 1 damage.
Summon.
Elven Berserker Witch does like most of the Berserker cards. When it has exactly 1 HP, they gain +1 attack and a dodge attempt. And they are, of course, magic creatures. How dare you attack the chicken? Absolute heresy at its finest.
Unlocked.
It's a fire deck, both fire fields are taken, and only 1 fire creature summoned. Oh dear.
Computer 1. Draw card.
This could be a quick game.
Mana charge. Mana release. Summon.
There's our defender. Gains 2 protection if at least 1 other There's our defender is on the board. That's not going to happen because there's only 1. I have to think about that. D's Migration. The target allied creature's element is changed to fire. So they now are no longer wood creatures, they belong to the fire element. And thus so, they gain the bonuses of it.
Computer 1. Draw card. Mana
Obviously
charge.
doesn't have any effect if the creature you cast it on is already fire. So don't be a dumbass and do that.
Summon.
Stonewing Veteran.
Attack.
He's going to take offense to your new field. He's going to say you're heretics. You're wood creatures and now you're masquerading as fire creatures. Heresy. Have a damage.
Check.
That's check for computer 2. Computer 1, sorry. Computer 2's got a kill.
Mana charge. Mana release. Summon.
There's another mighty chicken. And again, it does not need to look at the board to make people afraid of it.
Attack.
Mighty chicken does as it pleases. And they unfortunately have to counterattack. And they gain +1 because one of the creatures is on water. Which means friendly fire. Oh dear. There's some dead Verzar defenders.
Computer 1. Draw card. Mana charge.
Let's keep it in the game though. Computer 1 can resummon back into check.
Summon.
Elven Berserker Witch.
Attack.
Not sure this is the wisest thing to do, but it's going to go through with it anyway. Magic attack on the Stonewing Veteran. Main reason I'm saying this is because you could reactivate the Mighty Chicken again to kill them. They are stood on water and they've only got 2 health. Are you going to do that?
Mana release.
Oh, you want to do this instead. Outcomes Fishers of Goalie, of course, not a set 3 spell card, it's a set 1. Field Quake, any one field. That water field is now a wood field. Bad news for the veteran. He's going to lose 2 health because he's the opposite element of wood. Sad days.
Computer 1.
Computer 5. Computer 5. Computer 2 doesn't summon. I was looking at its mana amount. I was like, ooh, Computer 5. No.
Summon.
Computer 2. Computer 1 summons a lizard shock trooper. I think these guys hit twice.
Attack.
Each time you declare an attack, add 1 to its attack and 1 to its activation cost. Ah, I'm thinking of a different card. The Mighty Chicken absorbs the damage.
I'll pull your head off.
And then it scratches it. Yes.
Check.
The chicken's reduced to 1. Check the Computer 1 again.
Mana charge.
2's got to kill.
Mana release.
Here we go.
Attack.
So the chicken is going to sacrifice itself in glorious manner
I'll pull your head off.
to do what it did a couple of turns ago. Deals 1 damage to those. Those guys are going to be on 1 health now. They get buffed because the elves are on water space. And 2 damage to both of you. Down goes the elves, down goes the chicken, but it keeps its side in the game. Glorious sacrifice.
Mana charge. Mana charge.
You will be remembered. Mighty Chicken.
Mana release.
We really love this water field. Come Stonewing Veteran. I assume it's going to attack the chicken.
Attack.
No, that is not... Oh, okay, it is wise. I was going to say it's not wise because they're going to hit you back, but they can't do that if they're dead, so yeah, it is wise.
Mana charge.
On the other side of the coin, it's not wise because you've now given him a chance to use a fire field with a fire deck and he has 10 mana.
Mana release.
And he rejects it!
Summon.
For an arboreal worm. Its attack is equal to 1 plus the number of other wood creatures on the board. So there is only one, the Mighty Chicken. While arboreal worm is on a wood field, adjacent allied creatures get +1 HP.
Now, let's roll!
And it hates the veteran for some reason. I can't wonder why.
Computer 2. Draw card. Mana charge. Mana release. Summon.
Crimson Mimic. Those of you who are familiar with a white cubic, this
Mana
is
charge.
pretty much the same kind of
Mana
thing.
release. Summon.
Fire Witch is familiar. If the target is an enemy Byleth, Fire Witch's Familiar's attack is equal to 1 plus the number of enemy Byleth creatures. So she's quite devastating in a Byleth deck.
Watch out! Here
He takes offense to these witches. Yes. You are not the real witch, I am. The Crimson Mimic, by the way, instead of an attack action, you may sacrifice the Mimic to summon any non-ultra rare fire creature from your hand to its place at no summoning cost.
Mana release.
So it's basically like a Mimic, but it also has the ability to attack. And it's going to be sacrificed. Or
Mana release.
a Mourning Buffalo.
Summon.
Carlo the Scorched. Oh boy, he is our large boy from this, and he is very angry. He loses 2 health immediately because he is on a water field.
Attack.
Oh, there's a lot of pain coming here. While 2 or more enemy creatures are adjacent to Carlo, he must use his secondary magic attack, which targets all adjacent enemies. If at least 1 target is a non-fire creature, Carlo's attack is equal to 2 plus the number of fire fields. So he murders those 2.
Mana charge.
He's now reverted back to his primary form, so he only hits in front of him. Ooh, that was painful. Check for Computer 2.
Draw card.
Glorious turnaround there. Computer 1 must kill. Would probably go after the veteran. Jeez, migration. So that creature is now acting as a fire creature.
Mana release.
Why would you do that?
Summon.
Ah! Greetings, Carlo the Scorched. 2 up. Ah, that's why. I'll get to that in a second, but
Attack.
he is going to do quite a bit here. 5 damage, 3 targets. Oh lord. Triple kill.
Mana charge. Mana charge. Mana charge.
I'm actually trying to find out why he changed the Arboreal Worm's field to a fire. All adjacent allied fire creatures gain field morph. Right, so Computer 1 turned the Arboreal Worm into a fire creature, and as an acting fire creature it now
Summon.
could trigger that ability, and he stood on fire, gaining the health benefit of it. Interesting little play. Atmel Gatekeeper. Only has 1 health. Attacks Carlo. Carlo, of course, while he's only got
Draw card.
1 adjacent enemy,
Mana charge.
will only hit in front of him.
Computer 2. Draw card. Mana charge. Mana release. Summon.
Rage Flame Spitter. That's going to cause Carlo to change his attack to his secondary attack.
Attack.
Enemies adjacent to the Rage Flame Spitter cannot be sacrificed. So they are a decent little counter to the Crimson Mimic. You summon them next to the mimic, you can't sacrifice it.
Mana charge.
Interesting.
Mana release. Summon.
Roving Penitentiary.
Check. Computer
That's just
2.
going to stand there as a
Draw
giant
card.
health buffer.
Mana charge. Mana release.
There's a fortress. It's destroyed if it's on a wood field. Or fire, or water, or biolith. Oh, if it's destroyed on fire, water, or biolith, you gain mana equal to the total protection
Mana release.
of all adjacent allied creatures, so it works good in a protection deck.
Let me hear you scream.
You want to attack Carlo and take him down.
I thought I needed more.
Both Carlos are now gone.
Mana charge.
We've got no mechanisms to bring them back.
Mana release. Summon.
How comes there's our defender?
Come to me.
It's just going to sit in the corner.
Computer 1.
That's all it needs to do. Check for computer 2, computer 1 must kill. There is a creature down here with 1 health. It's probably going to meet a very
Summon.
painful death. Juno, Spirit Fox. Each time an enemy creature adjacent to Juno Spirit Fox is destroyed, your opponent must place the top card of the library into their graveyard. Well, that's going to trigger right now. And while it's on the board, any Byleth creature on a non-Byleth field adds 2 to its activation cost.
Library to graveyard.
So now that creature is dead, Computer 2 has had to discard the top creature of its library, which is a Fire Witch's Familiar. Check for Computer 1, Computer 2 must kill, and everything out here has a lot of health.
Mana release.
4 cost.
Summon.
Time to hunt.
Ooh.
Attack.
Ooh. Flame Wyvern.
Charge.
Says, screw you to the Arboreal Worm. There's only room for 1 dragon here.
Mana charge. Check. Computer 1. Draw card. Mana charge. Mana release. Summon.
Time to hunt.
And another Flame Wyvern.
Your enemy is overboard.
Out in force.
Attack.
Mow them down. It's over, I guess.
Takes down its counterpart.
Mana charge.
Because of course its attack is equal to 1 plus the number of other fire creatures on the board.
Check. Computer 2.
Computer 2 once again must kill, and there is only 1 creature you can really go for.
Mana release.
Yep,
Summon.
that one. Pollux is here. One of the only 2 Byleths we have.
Attack.
1 half of Dioscuri, of course. He is a magic creature. And he zaps you for 2 damage. Get out of here, scrub!
Mana charge.
Of course, 1 less fire creature means 1 less damage for the Flame Wyvern.
Mana charge. Mana release.
But we're going to reactivate it anyway, because we don't apparently like Rage Flame Spitters.
Mow them down.
Burn!
Well done.
Down goes Rage Flame Spitter, which is going to mean one less damage again for the
Mana
Marvin.
charge. Mana release. Summon.
And out comes Stonewing Veteran. Presumably to hit Pollux in his side.
Attack.
Well, yes, that's all he's going to do.
Take that.
Tickle him. There you go. Did you enjoy it? He probably did.
Check. Computer 2. Draw card. Mana charge.
Comes Goalie Alter, the other set 1 magic card we have. Both players gain mana equal to the number of enemies on the board. So Computer 2 is gaining 4 mana, and Computer 1 is gaining 3.
Mana release. Attack.
Pollux takes offense of the mighty Wyvern. 2 damage to you.
Mana release.
And assuming this is going to finish it off. Lizard Shock Trooper. Which causes a fire creature, so more damage for the Wyvern. They have quickness, so they will always attack first. But more importantly, they hit the 2. You're dead!
Mana charge. Check. Computer 1.
Check for Computer 2, Computer 1 must kill. 2 creatures with 2 health, so take your
Mana
pick.
release.
Oh, that's a big cost.
Summon.
Morning, Buffalo.
Attack.
And it's going to attack the rear of the shock troopers. Adjacent enemy creatures with invisibility can be attacked as if they do not have that ability, so it sees through invisibility. Each time Morning Buffalo declares an attack action, subtract 1 from the attack of all non-adjacent enemy creatures. And while an allied cult of morning creature is on the board, subtract 1 from the Morning Buffalo's activation cost to attack.
Mana charge.
As far as I'm aware, the only creature that fits that bill is a Morning Cenobite, which we've not seen yet. Say holding battle hymn. Choose 1 allied creature. The creature and any adjacent allies gain 2 HP.
Mana release. Attack.
And Berserker Maiden going after the veteran. 1 damage to him, he cares not. He's reduced to 3.
Mana release.
Computer 2, remember, has to kill. Lumber Trap. Your opponent must show its current hand. Ooh, that's a lot of spell. Castor, a Skeleton Archer, and a Mimic. Interesting. Not the greatest hand, but okay.
Check. Computer 1.
Well, Computer 1 now gets to summon 1 of those creatures, plus whatever it's just drawn.
Mana
Try and win.
release. Summon.
And of course it had the Skeleton Archer, so that will be more than enough. Just to add insult to injury, it's going to attack the Buffalo.
Computer 1 wins.
Then again, it's not, because it's on its team. I'm a dumbass.